goes it? How goes it? Let me just hit share. Hey, if you're jumping on YouTube, we're talking to 3 reasons every hardworking American should have a business. And I'm going to give you my #1 recommendation. Let me just share this over to my personal page real quick. All right, do me a favor, if you're hopping on Facebook, go ahead and comment in the chat where you're from. Also, drop the name of your business and or your brand if you have one. And I don't even have my microphone in front of me. Good morning, Vanzea. Hey, man, we need to talk, man. I am so sorry for your loss, man. I don't know where I was. It must have been under the rug where I didn't even see that you were going through that. But go ahead and comment in the chat where you're from. Also, drop the name of your business and or your brand. And we're going to talk about the 3 reasons that every hardworking American should have a home-based business. I don't know if you realize it or not, but Americans are working harder and harder these days, and it seems that they are struggling more and more financially. How is that we could be working harder and yet struggling more, right? We're working more hours. We're working longer shifts. We're working a second and a third job sometimes. Why is it that we're struggling if we're putting in more work than we ever have before? Geneva, welcome to the stream. On YouTube, let us know the name of your business and or your brand as well. I can see your comments live and in living color. And I just want to share some things with you, man. And I hope that this resonates with some of you guys. So 3 reasons every working American should have a business. And then, of course, I'm going to give you my #1 recommendation because I want all of y'all to partner with me in business and let's start building generational wealth together. Nicole Lucky is in the build and learn and earn coach. Love it, love it, love it. So let's start here. For those of you who do not know me, my name is H. Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. I'm an author, wealth strategist, and my entire mission in life is to empower you economically through financial literacy with a strong emphasis on personal brand development and entrepreneurship. And let's just get right into it, man. Why should you have a business? #1, it's the American way. Most people don't know their history, but America was founded by business people, for business people, and to benefit business people. So if you do not have a business in America, you might as well be a foreigner in your own country. It is that simple, ladies and gentlemen. You should have a business because it's the American way. There's not a single person on this planet who has ever built a financial legacy that has done it without business ownership. Why does business ownership matter so much in America? Because the entire tax code is set up and designed to benefit those who have businesses. And how it can help you as an individual, I want you to think about this. What is your #1 expense as a hardworking American? It is your taxes, people. And no matter what it is that you do, taxes will be inevitable. But one thing that all wealthy people have in common is they do not pay a dime more in taxes than they absolutely have to. So, how can a home-based business save you in taxes? It's quite simple. When you have a business, you get to play on the other side of the tax code. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the other side? See, there's a side that says if you make your money with labor, then you are taxed the most. On that side of the tax code, you have a few tax deductions, right? You get tax deductions for being married. You get a tax incentive for having kids. You might get a tax incentive for purchasing a home. You might get a tax incentive if you buy a green or energy efficient vehicle, put an energy efficient heating and cooling unit in your house. But that's roughly all the tax incentives you get. But watch this. Me, as a home-based business owner, sitting in my home office / studio right now, 20% of my rent every single month is a tax write-off. What does that mean? That means Uncle Sam is helping me pay my rent. 20% of all of my utilities, month in, month out, are tax deductible. Why? Because I run a business from my residence. The IRS says, hey, if you are running a business and your home is your primary place of operation, then however much of your living space is dedicated to that business, you can write that off your taxes in proportion. So 20% of my living space is used for my business. So I get to write off 20% of my rent, 20% of my utilities. Watch this. If you have any other expenses that are shared, like my cell phone expense is shared between my personal and my business, you get to write off the degree to which it is dedicated for business. So my cell phone, 85% of the time I'm on my cell phone, I'm using it for business, live streaming like what I'm doing right now, talking business, conference calls, webinars, all of that kind of stuff from my phone. So 85% of my phone bill, my cell phone bill, is a tax write-off. The other 15% of the time is my wife trying to catch up with me and check on me and see if I can bring something from the store or whatever. So ask yourself this question. If you were able to write off 85% of your cell phone bill, how much money would that save you on your taxes every year? And that's just one tax deduction. If you do any travel, family reunions, class reunions, you have to travel for weddings, funerals, graduations, how much money are you spending on that travel? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I do the same travel for the same things, but all of my travel are business trips. So I get to write off my hotel stay. I get to write off my rental car. I get to write off the airline ticket. I get to write off my meals that I have when I'm there, saving me thousands of dollars in taxes. What about your vehicle? You're putting miles on your car every single day. If you had a business, then chances are some of those miles would be for business. 54, 55 cents per mile can be written off on your taxes. This is why every working American should have a business, especially if you commute 30, 40, 50 minutes one way to work. Man, you should be stopping at Starbucks or a gas station, taking care of a little bit of business, and then all the miles that you drive to work that day are a tax write-off. Then on your way home, you should be stopping at the nearest gas station, Starbucks or something, taking care of a little bit of business, making some calls, passing out some business cards. Now, all of the miles that you drive home that day are a tax write-off. So, number one reason you should have a business is because it's the American way, people. Number two reasons you should have a business. It's time that we show our children something different. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a college university bashing video. However, I do have a gripe with college and university, and here's my gripe. College and university is sold and marketed to our children as it is a guaranteed way for them to have success in life. That's number one, my first gripe. And then my second gripe is it is sold and marketed to our children as if it is the only way that they're going to succeed in life. And I know that not to be true, and you do as well, but we still push it down our children's throat and not help expose them to all of the other options that are available to them. So you definitely want to show your children something different. It's time for us to stop saying, hey, son, you don't want to work a job like your parents. You want to be a business owner, own your own business. And then they get to look at you and like, why you don't own your own business then, Dad? Mom, you telling me I should own my own business. Why don't you own a business? No, it's time for us to start our own business, own them, and show them the way and not just tell them the way. So that's the number two. It's time to show our children something different. The third reason that you should have a business is because there's something about the pride and ownership. There's something about a sense of fulfillment. There are millions of Americans literally sleepwalking through life because they don't have a sense of purpose. When you have a business of your own and you're out here making an impact, you're making a difference, there is a certain amount of pride, a certain amount of sense of fulfillment that comes with that. There's a certain amount of vigor, right, that comes with that. It literally wakes you up in the morning. Some of us let negative things get us down because we don't have something internally driving us. Nothing gets me down because I see the light at the end of the tunnel because of my business. I see the legacy that I'm building brick by brick slowly starting to take shape. I see how my children look at me as I'm grinding in this office every day. It's nothing like that sense of pride, right, that you get when you own a business. Now, every single one of you have the opportunity to start a business from home. I would love for you to partner with me. I have a business opportunity. It's a financial education franchise through a company called MWR Financial. The reason I think that is the perfect fit for anyone to start a business is because while you're building a business and learning the ins and outs of marketing, learning the ins and outs of communication, learning the ins and outs of how to leverage social media, learning the ins and outs of how to present, how to introduce yourself, how to network, all of the skill sets that you need to be learning as an entrepreneur, you're going to be learning when you partner with me, right? But while that is happening, you're also going to get a team of professionals that's going to help you lower your taxes. They're going to give you an app and help coach you through how to write off all of your expenses. You're going to get a team of professionals while you are learning the ins and outs of entrepreneurship. You're going to get a team of professionals helping to fix your credit, get your credit up to 700 plus, right? While you're learning the ins and outs of business, you're also going to have a team of professionals help you strategically get out of debt. And then you're going to have another team of professionals helping you become your own bank, helping you with your investments and your asset accumulation. How many of you guys can admit to yourself that you could use some help in all of those areas? Now, if you can admit that you need help in all of those areas yourself, chances are everybody that you know, a lot of the people that you hang with, a lot of people that you look up to, a lot of people that you go to church with, you went to school with, you work on a job with, they also need those things. And our business model is offering them a financial education membership that will help them in all four of those areas. If you, my friend, would like more information on how you could potentially partner with me in this financial education franchise, then I want you to just comment, I'm interested, and I will send you some information on how you can get that done. So, with that, 3 reasons every hardworking American should have their own business. Number 1 is the American way. The tax code was written for business people, by business people, and to benefit business people. If you don't have a business in America, you are literally a foreigner in your own country. Number 2, there is pride of ownership and a sense of fulfillment that comes with having your own business. It's number 2. Number 3, it is time for us to show our children something different. I'm not saying that you don't send your children to college. I'm saying that they should at least know that entrepreneurship is on the table. They should at least know what a trade school could do for them. They should know at least the pros and the cons of university and coming out with student loans and all of that kind of stuff. They should at least know what nonprofit looks like. They should at least know a little bit about everything so they can make the decision that is best for them. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I got a 10 o'clock meeting I got to jump on, so I'm going to jump off now. But until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.